I'm Gavin O'Neill, and come check out my record room. This is so cool. Nobody ever cares about my records except me. Come on in. So, this is my little closet in a studio. I have another closet where I keep my clothes and stuff, but I had this kid make these shelves, and they're walnut, and they're really nice. And then this shelf down here is on casters, and it pulls out. And because I don't like storing my records like a library, I love, I love flipping through records. Like when you're in a record store, it's like kind of therapeutic, and I think it changes my brain chemistry or something. And then I have singles. I have this guy, this old guy in Berkeley makes these boxes for me. I have a couple here, and I have one in another place in the closet. And then up here is just some records that kind of don't fit, like bigger records and sleeves and cleaning stuff to clean records and stuff like that. But it's fun to just flip through, and we can just start flipping through and seeing if there's anything to like talk about. This is a compilation by Lush, which is a pretty cool band on 4AD, and this is neat because it's just it's like an origami project. You take it has 3 different like sleeves that everything comes out of, and the outer sleeve has all this cool graphics on the inside of it. Yeah, it's just like a major kind of like art project, and it's beautiful too. It's a compilation of all their early singles, and they were a great guitar band with.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's called Gala.
Okay.
First thing, so this comes out, and this is its own sleeve, and then another sleeve comes out, and this is its own sleeve, and that's where the record would be. I don't keep my records in my sleeves.
Right.
And then this original cover has this really cool, I don't know if you can see it, but look at, it's all like weird Chinese postcards and stuff. It's really beautiful in there. It says Lush.
Wow.
It's just so pretty and really thick and nice. I use poly-lined paper sleeves, yeah, because I don't want the inner sleeves to get split or damaged or anything. And plus, I don't want the records to get damaged as you're pulling them in and out of paper sleeves. They get like scuffs and stuff. Let's see. So this is the first, that's the Misfits record on Ruby. So Ruby was Chris D's label from the Flesh Eaters in LA, and he put this out, and he put out the first Gun Club record. He put out Fire of Love. This is a really cool record to have in that condition. Wow. And it came with it has the inner sleeve and this insert where you can buy like t-shirts and stuff, and that's just such a great record to have. Good. This is cool. This is Low Life. This is how it came out in England, with the onion paper covered the whole record instead of just a strip. And then the inside of the record again has like all this information. The onion paper like wraps into the inside of the record, and that's got all the credits and stuff. It's really hard to find it in that condition because the paper is so flimsy and always got damaged. This is the Dolls record.
I've got that one. I actually have the record you've got.
This is cool because I like this because it has both Dolls records in one place, and it's the UK copy from '77. So I just kind of like that, like the kids that like got into punk and got excited by the Clash and the Pistols and the Damned, and who realized the pedigree of the Dolls. This would have been the record that they went out that summer, in '77 and bought. This is what would have been available to them, and it's got both albums on it. So I just think that's kind of cool. Wow. It's a great Maximum Rock and Roll comp from the Bay Area with like a bazillion hardcore bands on it. But this had the first edition of Maximum Rock and Roll magazine in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. So that's pretty cool, and it's just great. Every song on there is like really amazing.
You don't have that first edition?
I do, yeah.
Of course you do.
That's Sam Hain's record. That's pretty nice original copy of that. I love that picture. It's so great.
Yeah, that's
and Lyle Pressler from Minor Threat plays on this record. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is a really cool factory record. Section 25, where they were just getting into design so much that they got obsessed with topography, and they were like, let's just do this whole cover like a typographic exercise. That's really cool.
Oh, right.
Record. That's the record where they use the color code that they designed to spell out the record title. It says "From the Hip" going up the side of that mountain in color coded poles.
Oh no!
Pretty crazy.
And who was that?
That's Section 25. They were a cool factory band from Manchester. Yeah.
Septic.
Yeah. That's a nice early version of. It's a second press.
Oh yeah.
Of the Pistols record. That's a good one.
Now that's one where they had different color schemes. I think I've got an orange.
I think that might be the U.S. copy.
Right.
Yeah, the original first press they screwed up. They were trying to rush it out. They made a bunch of mistakes on it. The whole back cover is just black. It doesn't have any of the songs.
Oh really?
They leave off. They leave off Submission. Yeah. See, Submission's not even listed on there. And then they later stuck a 7-inch in it with Submission on it. There's the Pistols discography is very complicated, to figure out what's going on. It was so chaotic and crazy. I have Irish pressings of the U2 records, Unbreakable Fire and the Joshua Tree. It's pretty cool to have Irish pressings. Those are pretty hard to get.
Oh really? Okay.
I'll show you. I got a nice original copy of Loaded, but it was kind of dirty and messed up.
Yeah.
And I got this cool eraser from the art store.
Oh, really?
And I cleaned it all up.
Wow.
Which you can do with certain white records that have ring wear and marks on them. So that's a little pro tip. I definitely bumped it up in condition just from erasing all the grime on it. I found this at Stranded Records. That's the first UK press of the Elvis Costello record, and it's black and white, the picture, and then all the backs they did different color runs, but I love the pink back because it's so new wave, and so look at his stance, such an amazing cover. And then the first press, I found this at 1234 Go. That's a first press of the second Elvis Costello record, and you can tell because they screwed up the layout. And you can see the color bar, and the E is missing, and the T is missing from this year's model. Those are on the back. There's the E and there's the T, and the spine is right here. This is where the spine should be, and everything is flushed left, and so that's pretty cool. And it has this great, the most new wave record sleeves you may have ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
The colors, that's perfect.
This is my favorite thing by the Cramps. It's a European comp called Off the Bone, and it just has the greatest collection of their early singles all in one place. And it came with 3D glasses. And this is just a record that was sort of I had to buy 5 different times through the mail to get everything correct. And I'm battling 5 different people, and so this record wound up, costing a lot of money, and but it's beautiful. I have a perfect copy of it. Yep,
that's the goal.
Yep. So I'm not a big hi-fi guy. I have a decent stereo thing. The things that are cool is I bought one of the first pieces of furniture I bought when I got my first apartment was this Technics 1200 turntable, and I've had it, for years. I bought it at Guitar Center, I think, for $400, which was a lot of money then. But now it's worth, I don't know how much it's worth, a lot of money. But these are obviously, everybody knows these are great. I love this. And then I had these stands made for these speakers, and they're walnut. And then I had a block of concrete poured for them, and a cut of rubber, so these will absorb the vibration, so they won't bother the other people in my building. I want to get a thicker cut of black rubber. I think it'll look cool, and it'll work better. I want to absorb even more sound, but I don't know where to get rubber cut, so I'm trying to figure that out.